This is a quick demo of dataset operations in Dataset. The flow and results are inspired by real case in healthcare, but fictitious data is used in this demonstration. Let's say a hospital X organizes a blood donation drive and sends invitations to selected records from its master donor database. And it requests them to come over and donate more and also bring along their friends for the drive. At the center, each donor manually enters their name, mobile number, date of birth in a physical register. The staff then enters the data from that register along with the accurate IC number and blood type in a donation spreadsheet. Both master and donation databases are large. This self-entered donation data field contains a lot of dirty data, and we will talk about it in the next slide. This is confidential data and cannot be sent out of the hospital systems and has to be done on premise. Partial databases are shown in the demo, but these databases can be very large. There are certain questions that need to be answered by the hospital as the data really comes in, and we will demonstrate that. Now let's take a look at the data. There are primarily two data files over here. One is a donor master, we just call it a DM, which is Hospital X own donor database. As you see, has a much cleaner data, though there are certain fields which are really not, uh, they do not have a value. Then there was the data of the campaign where the donors are coming in and they are entering the data in a physical register. And as you see, the data is a lot of dirty values are over here. You see a lot of typo errors. The way the names are really entered are very, very different as compared to what the donor database really has. There are certain questions that need to be answered from these two, that who has responded, who has not responded, who are the new members or who are the new donors that have really come for in this drive, how do we update the master data, and so on. And we will demonstrate it using Dataset using these two data sets. So I've started Dataset, and my first step would be to import the two CSV files. So I see that there are two files over here. I'm interested in number 3 donor master and number 2 blood donation 21. Let me import these files, which will create a data sets automatically. So as you can see, I have created two data sets over here. Number 2 is the donor master and first one is a donation drive. So let's first find out as to an intersection between these two data sets as to who donated between the two. Okay, so take intersection. The first data set, I take it as a donor master, the second one as the donation campaign, and I take the donor and I match with the name of the donor. It creates a data set, and as you see, there is a new data set has been created called intersection. You can browse it with, and it shows me all the names of the donors who came and have already donated in this campaign. Let's find out who have not yet donated. That means DM minus CT, the donor master minus the data set of the campaign data. Okay. So for that, we will do a subtraction and we will take the first data set as the donor master, but second data set as the campaign data, and subtract them based on the name again. Now a new data set gets created, we call it subtraction. We can take a look at this data set, number 4, and these are the ones who actually were invited and have not yet donated. and in a few keystrokes, we are able to find it. In the reverse of this would be who are the new donors. That means who are the members in the campaign data who are not in the donor database. Similarly, we'll do another subtraction over here. We'll subtract, but this time we will subtract from the blood donation campaign data, which is number one. We'll subtract the donor master, number two, based on the name. So let's take the name, and when we view it, a new data set has been created, and we can browse this data set here itself, and we see that there's one new record really has come in. This was not in donor data, but a new blood donor uh, has come in our database. Okay. So using these fundamental set operations, dozens of simple and complex questions can be found. The answers can be found very easily. Any combination of fields can be clustered, and any data can be extracted from millions of records. Yeah. Hope you found it useful. You can request for a fully functional evaluation version of Data Stitch from our website contactus.com. Visit us now. Thank you.